We all crave connection. We yearn deeply for belonging, yet sometimes we stumble into relationships that feel imbalanced, with unspoken expectations simmering beneath the surface. These unspoken expectations, often unconscious, are what we call covert contracts. Imagine this. You consistently offer favors, expecting unspoken gratitude and reciprocation in return. Your kindness stems from a desire for approval, not from genuine generosity. This is a covert contract in action, a hidden dynamic. Covert contracts operate on a hidden script, unseen but powerful. We give, expecting something in return, without ever clearly stating our true needs. Resentment simmers when these unspoken expectations go unmet and ignored. These unspoken agreements poison relationships over time. We feel unseen, unheard, and unappreciated in our connections. Transparency and vulnerability, the cornerstones of healthy connection, crumble under the weight of covert contracts. The term covert contract entered the relationship lexicon through Dr. Robert Glover's groundbreaking book, No More Mr. Nice Guy. This book has become a cornerstone for understanding the hidden dynamics in many relationships. Dr. Glover unveils the struggles of nice guys, not limited to men but rather individuals, who prioritize others' needs above their own, hoping to earn love and acceptance. These individuals often find themselves in a cycle of self-sacrifice and unfulfilled expectations. According to Dr. Glover, these nice guys or individuals often engage in covert contracts. They suppress their needs, hoping their sacrifices will be noticed and rewarded. However, this often leads to feelings of being unappreciated and overlooked. This pattern breeds resentment and disappointment. The unspoken expectations create a breeding ground for misunderstandings and emotional distance. Characteristics of people who engage in covert contracts often include an avoidance of direct communication, difficulty expressing needs openly, and a tendency to hope others will understand without explicit communication. This behavior is driven by a fear of rejection or conflict, leading to high expectations of reciprocation and subsequent frustration when these expectations are unmet. Individuals who engage in covert contracts may struggle with low self-worth, feeling unimportant, and displaying passive behavior in relationships. Additionally, they may use covert contracts to influence others without their knowledge, seeking to control situations indirectly. This behavior can foster a victim mentality, where they feel wronged when unspoken expectations aren't met, and a desire for unconditional acceptance without explicitly asking for it. Setting and communicating personal boundaries can prevent misunderstandings, while seeking clarification ensures mutual understanding by having the other person reflect back what they've heard. Addressing covert contracts requires self-awareness, recognizing and reflecting on your covert contract patterns and past unspoken expectations. It involves shifting your mindset from entitlement to mutual respect and open communication. Negotiating openly to reach clear agreements and practicing assertiveness can help in communicating needs without aggression or passivity. Therapeutic support can be beneficial, as seeking therapy or counseling can help improve communication and relationship patterns. Engaging in open dialogue about expectations and needs with those close to you, and pursuing personal development through reading, workshops, or support groups, can further enhance communication skills. Dr. Glover's work shines a light on the importance of authenticity in relationships. He emphasizes that true connection can only be achieved through honest and open communication. Regardless of Dr. Glover's male-centric approach and the exclusion of women and non-binary individuals, his advice on authenticity and communication is valuable, and his insights are helpful for understanding and improving relationship dynamics. We deserve to have our needs met not in exchange for our niceness, but because we are worthy of love and respect. Authenticity requires vulnerability, and it is through this vulnerability that genuine bonds are formed. It requires expressing our needs and desires, even when it feels scary. Speaking up is the first step towards breaking the cycle of covert contracts. By dismantling the framework of covert contracts, we create space for genuine connection. This allows for relationships built on mutual respect and understanding, paving the way for deeper and more fulfilling connections. Covert contracts thrive in the shadows, often unnoticed and unspoken. Recognizing the subtle signs is crucial to dismantling their power and bringing clarity to relationships. One common indicator is scorekeeping. Do you find yourself tallying favors, constantly calculating who owes whom? This behavior can create an invisible ledger of expectations. Another warning sign is passive aggression. Instead of directly communicating needs, individuals engaging in covert contracts might resort to sulking, guilt trips, or the silent treatment, creating emotional distance. Unexplained resentment is another red flag. Do you feel a simmering anger towards your partner, even if you can't pinpoint exactly why? This could indicate an unaddressed covert contract, festering beneath the surface. Finally, pay attention to your communication patterns. Are you direct and open about your needs and desires? Or do you tiptoe around difficult conversations, fearing conflict and potential fallout? Honesty, even when uncomfortable, is crucial to dismantling covert contracts. Open dialogue can pave the way for healthier, more transparent relationships. The antidote to covert contracts lies in clear, compassionate communication. This means being open and honest about your feelings and intentions from the start. This requires vulnerability, the courage to express our needs and desires authentically, even when it feels risky. Start by cultivating self-awareness, understanding your own emotions and what you truly want. Reflect on your own expectations within the relationship. Consider what you hope to achieve and how you envision your partnership evolving. Are you communicating your needs directly, or are you hoping your partner will simply figure it out? Indirect communication often leads to misunderstandings and frustration. Once you've identified your needs, practice expressing them assertively but kindly. It's important to be clear and respectful in your approach. Use I statements to convey your feelings and desires without blaming or accusing your partner. This helps to keep the conversation constructive and focused on your feelings. For example, instead of saying, "You never listen to me," try, "I feel unheard when I don't receive a response after sharing my thoughts." This shifts the focus to your experience rather than placing blame. Remember, healthy communication is a two-way street. Both partners need to be willing to listen and share openly. Encourage your partner to express their needs openly and honestly. This mutual exchange fosters understanding and connection. Create a safe space for vulnerability, where both partners feel heard and respected. This environment is crucial for honest and open dialogue. By establishing a foundation of open dialogue, you can preempt the formation of covert contracts, strengthening a relationship built on trust and authenticity. This proactive approach strengthens your bond and ensures both partners feel valued and understood. Embrace the power of clear, compassionate communication. It's time to break free from the shadows of covert contracts and step into the light of genuine connection. By being open, honest, and vulnerable, we pave the way for relationships rooted in mutual respect and understanding. Remember, true intimacy begins where covert contracts end. Let's create a world where our connections are authentic, fulfilling, and deeply nourishing. For more content, like and subscribe.